from the historic hand building in St. Paul, it's the Haberdasher's Couch. I'm Kendrick, inviting you to the show, starring Heimie and featuring Todd Walker, also featuring Amy Charlo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Heimie.
Happy Fashion Friday. Welcome to another show, the Haberdasher's Couch. You don't have to pay somebody to listen to you. And evidently, the great master, the great guru on the hill, the guy with the eye, he has gone on vacation. So I am here on Fashion Friday with the great Larry Calhoun, who happens to be one of the greatest custom clothiers in the business. Now, today we are discussing one of the oldest, most iconic horse races in American culture. That's right, the Kentucky Derby is coming to Louisville, Kentucky on Saturday, May the 3rd, and we are talking fashions that fit. And we are talking with Larry Calhoun, who can show you around town. Larry, welcome to the show.
Hi, Anthony. How are you?
Nice to see you.
Good. Nice to see you.
Kind of nice to have you couch side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I haven't been on air for quite a while since Mr. Turner was here.
So, the Kentucky Derby is a great place to show off fashions, right?
Absolutely.
And Heimie's has outfitted thousands of men and ladies who have gone to the Kentucky Derby every single year to celebrate one of the fastest 2 minutes in sports. Larry, today we're showing this here linen suit, but talk to me a little bit about your point of view of what dress is for the Kentucky Derby and what you see happening in the fashion world.
Well, you know, it's about 8 weeks away, more or less, and for the past 2 weeks, my clients have been coming in, getting their custom pieces for that.
Sure.
Whether it's a bright jacket or coral-colored pants, or
sure.
There's one pant that we have here in stock. It's pistachio. It's this beautiful green linen. But now is the time to start planning for that, because inevitably you get some guys a week before Kentucky Derby, and that just makes it harder. But seersucker suits are really popular. Of course, the linen, which we carry. We carry both of those in-house here, so there's some fantastic things for Kentucky Derby. Keeping in mind that it's warm,
right?
So you want breathable fabrics, you want light colors,
cottons,
linens, exactly,
yes, yeah.
And then you want some brightness. It's also kind of a fashion show.
So this sort of iconic look, when we think about the horse track, we look at all those old pictures of men with these boater hats on, and they got the Trilby crushable fedoras, which is synonymous with horse racing, and sort of it's kind of like that sort of Great Gatsby. Everybody looks to that era as sort of the starting point for fashion on the Kentucky Derby, because it's classic, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It was during an era when everybody wore a hat. What kind of hats do we have out on the shelf right now that we can show people?
We have a few boaters like this guy. A few of those. But we are just getting into the season where the straw hats and the Panama hats will be coming in. Okay. Yeah, I don't have those yet, but they are coming. We like to have those ready in time for the guys who are early to prep for the Kentucky Derby.
So the Kentucky Derby's been going on since 1875. Right?
Wow.
It's been through World War I, World War II, and the Great Depression, and it still ran. Even during those troubled times, the Kentucky Derby has managed to leave the gates, folks, and give us a winner, which is pretty exciting. 150,000 fans show up.
It's a big deal
for that weekend, for that two minutes. Well, there's a lot of mint juleps going on, and cigars,
of drinking,
and
lots of smoking.
Right? A lot of hooting and hollering.
Yeah, lots of showing off.
Let's see what else we want to touch on here. So you're saying we can start out. You can come in, buy a ready-made garment,
absolutely,
off the shelf.
Sure.
We can outfit you with suspenders, socks, ties, all that good stuff. And then you're saying that we can, if we get on the ball, get it soon, we can get you into something maybe custom made for you for that event.
Oh, and I'm telling you, I mean, you can go with your brighter colors if it's custom. You can go with the brighter buttons. We even have a few linings that are horse race themed.
Oh, so wonderful.
You wear your raspberry colored sport coat and some white pants with your horses inside the lining. So yeah, it's in a beautiful hat. And the accessories are really important. The suspenders, the cufflinks, the spectator shoes,
Sure.
actually, the bow ties.
Right.
And with the ladies, it's the hats and, of course, the fancy dresses.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
All right, so what we're saying is it's not too late. Come on down to Heimie's Haberdashery. Let us help you celebrate heading to Louisville and seeing the fastest 2 minutes in sports
Of your life.
of your life. Thanks for joining me, Larry.
Thank you,
betcha.
Anthony.
Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
It's Todd About Town. Todd Walker. Entertainment, travel, and more. Hey Todd, what's new?
Happy Friday. I'm here again with Todd Walker, Todd About Town, the guy that knows what's going on in this city. Todd, welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
You got a nice lineup
Yeah,
here.
there's some pretty cool things, and a couple of people reached out and said they wanted to know about any music things that are happening.
Yeah.
So I did have one music on there,
Right.
festival that's happening, and then of course a couple plays. First one is 𝐂𝐤 is down at the Orpheum, downtown Minneapolis.
Beautiful theater.
Yeah.
Love that theater.
And that runs through Sunday. So that, and what's interesting, it's only 80 minutes long, the show,
Right.
which is nice, no intermission, and then the audience determines who did it.
Oh,
I
interesting,
know.
because in the there was 3 different versions of the ending of the film in 1985. So they would show the ending of the film that they had different outcomes.
Oh, wow.
Because you have a rope, a lead pipe, a wrench, a revolver, and a dagger,
Yeah.
right? And it keeps changing.
Oh, yeah, I saw.
Pretty interesting.
Pretty.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
should be a really great
Yeah.
show. So
Yeah.
I'd advise going to that. And then for a little bit of music, it's the annual Minnesota Bluegrass Winter Weekend, and that happens at the Crown Plaza in Minneapolis. I've never been to this.
Mm-hmm. No.
It's $65 to go, and it is, if you're a music fan of bluegrass especially,
Right.
it's really going to be a great festival.
Founded in 1975.
I know, it's been going on forever.
I wonder what that venue's like, because I mean, maybe it's a couple thousand people that go and
Yeah.
to the actual event. They must have a theater there.
Yeah, they do. So
Okay.
there's different
Yeah.
areas for performances, so
So
it's good.
www.minnesotabluegrass.com.
Yep.
Or .org. Yep. And then we go on to the Omnifest, which takes place at the St.
Yeah,
Paul.
this is fun because they do it every year, and it's a chance that they have 5 different shows that you can pick from, and they also have a pass, so you can look and say, I want to see all of them, and it runs through the month, and it's a really. My father has gone a number of times. I've gone to see a couple of the different shows, and I put down on here that the admission is $9.95, but you also have to pay admission to get into the. Into the Science Museum.
Okay.
So
live
plan on both.
live digital telescope show. What a neat thing that is.
Yeah,
huh?
I mean there are some
Yeah.
interesting shows that they have lined up. One on, pandas.
Right.
So it'll be a great
Larger
festival.
than life movies taking you to the edges of the earth.
Yeah, and it's just so great to sit
Wonderful.
there. And I'm sure you've been to the Omni Theater and sit there and look around
Right.
and see all the stuff. It's very cool.
Todd, I always ask you a question, kind of like, what weighs 119 pounds and took place in 1981? And you're like, I don't know, Anthony.
Yeah.
What took place in 1981 and weighs 119 pounds? Me! I was in the state tourneys back in 1981.
you were?
Absolutely. You gotta go.
So this is what he's referring to here is it's the Minnesota State Wrestling
Yes.
Tournament. This is the season right now. It begins with wrestling, but I think it goes to girls hockey, men's hockey, and then
Yep.
basketball.
Yeah, I've
So-
been seeing them around town here too.
Yeah,
They're
so
coming
it's
in,
a big deal.
Yeah.
And so this downtown St. Paul for one time a year for like 4 weekends.
Right,
There's
or
people that come
people
to St.
down
Paul.
the hotel and yep.
And this is at the XL Energy Center, and admission varies, but depends the events that you go to. But go support the Minnesota
Yeah.
State Wrestling. How did you do?
It's great action. Yeah, I took third, but that's not bad.
No.
I mean, I was tougher then than I am now.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah. But yeah, great time.
Yep.
It's just a good venue for that. And then we go to, which I didn't know, First Avenue presents.
Yeah, because
Right?
First Avenue
Yeah.
owns the Amsterdam downtown St. Paul.
okay.
And so this is, I thought, kind of interesting too. That's why I added it. It's called First Avenue presents Off Book, the improvised musical.
Yeah.
And it's on Friday night, so tonight. And the people that are doing it, I mean, their background and the things that
Right.
they've done, the
Yeah.
actor and actress are very, very
So
experienced.
so they take a theme, and they create a musical on the spot.
Yeah.
Which-
I know.
That's pretty fun, because I do
Yeah.
that in my kitchen every morning.
No, but I like the idea of it. I think And I mean, they really are, and there's some great actors and actresses. I mean, they've been on stage with Maya Rudolph, and they've been on a series digital series they did for ABC. Yeah, so it's definitely quality talent, and I think it sounds like a lot of fun right here at the Amsterdam. It's
Todd,
fun.
if I was a rich man,
I think that means we're out. I think that means this show is
Thanks for all the great tips. We're going to do our own little musical here, and we'll see you next week.